What's up, Alfonso Nation? Alfonso Peterman is here, and welcome to another episode of Rise of Bumblebee. This is basically a series, a web series, where I discuss all of the facts and falsehoods concerning the upcoming Bumblebee movie. This is episode number 10, and today we got some stuff to discuss. I mean, I gotta tell you. First off, before I even start, I want to tell you the reason why you don't see me and you only hear me is because I actually got rid of my camera. That's right, my Canon 70D DSLR has been sold. It's gone. Au revoir, au revoir, goodbye, peace out, later. I'm actually in transitional stage right now between my DSLR camera, and I'm going to go with a point and shoot. I actually want to get the Canon G7X Mark II. For those who are nosy, just want to know. So, I'm in the process of getting that. I was going to buy it, but then I got in a car accident a couple days ago. Optimus is destroyed, so I got to fix him first and get a camera. So today, we're going to still talk about some stuff, because there's a lot going on, and if you guys like this format, this audio podcast vibe type aesthetic, let me know. Put in the comment section below, hey, I like this kind of format, I want more of it. And I will definitely take that into consideration. Anyway, okay, Bumblebee. So, we all know that we saw this Seeker, right? This awesome, like, jet-like Decepticon, and immediately, if you go back and watch all kinds of reviews, immediately people thought this was Starscream. And you know what? I can't blame him, because look at him. I mean, quite honestly, he looks like him. He's got the head sculpt, he's got the body sculpt, he's a jet just like him, he's got the same paint scheme, color scheme, that is. He just has the same vibe and aesthetic as Starscream, and everybody literally was fooled. And so when the news came out that it was not Starscream, it was Blitzwing. You know, this has actually divided the fanbase. Everybody, you know, either some people loved it, but a lot of people that I've seen didn't like it. They hated the fact that Starscream was not the guy that they saw. It was actually Blitzwing. But I'm gonna just tell you what I feel. I mean, quite honestly, Travis Knight is, you know, his intention is to give his own personal spin on what a good Transformers movie is gonna be. He's gonna have his own vibes, he's gonna have his own taste, his own style. So he is in control of it all, and I'm gonna let him, you know, take the risks he wants to take in terms of character decisions and plot choice. I'm gonna let him take every risk and do whatever he wants to do. I'm giving him, in my own preference, you know, creative freedom. He should have creative freedom with this movie and put whatever characters you want in it. Of course, I would love to see Starscream. I mean, that is just like amazing to see Starscream and then Barricade and then Optimus and then all these other characters that we're used to. But I think the intention of Travis is to give us something that we are not used to, give us something new, you know, and that's the point of this movie. Hopefully, it gives us something new. So, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed, but it's not really a big deal. I want to see what he got, and I want to encourage you guys to do the same thing. Just see what he has to offer. Watch the movie, take it with a grain of salt. Just don't go in there with too many expectations. As I said for the last night, I'm going to say it again. Do not go with too many expectations. Just go in there with the intention to enjoy yourself. And I hope you guys take that advice and actually do that. In other news, the studio series Bumblebee has been spotted. I mean, I saw this thing and it's actually pretty neat. He actually has kind of some pretty good resemblances of the Bumblebee, the previous studio series. There's actually a comparison of the two by Uncle Tree Studio. Very nice comparison. Love the two images. As you can see in the comparison, he is slightly smaller than the Bumblebee Studio series, which in my opinion is kind of not cool, but it is realistic. If you look at the trailer, he was like big enough to just stoop down and pick up Charlie. Like, he was very short in the actual trailer. So the Bumblebee that we saw in The Last Night and even 2007, I think, was a little bit taller than this one. So it is a pretty good scale in terms of size and height. In terms of detail, it doesn't really have that much, but take it with a grain of salt. The Bumblebee in the movie doesn't have much detail. It's a lot more larger parts that cover over his body parts, not really, you know, small, fine detail parts like you see on the Bumblebee 2007. And there's even there's an image with him holding the hammer, which we all thought was the Fortress Solus Prime, but it's still a hammer. It's a battle hammer, and he has this really cool, I'm gonna assume like a saw, because it has like jagged edges. It's like this saw-like in like built-in sword from the arm kind of resembles the Optimus Prime sword that he was about to kill Bumblebee with. And so that I just hope he uses that in the movie. I hope it's just not just a toy thing. But overall, very nice figure, very solid. I might actually consider purchasing this, you know, given the fact that it's a lot more realistic, and there's even an image of his cannon. The cannon is even very tiny. I mean, I can see the multiple barrels and then the cannon part in the middle where I'm assuming the cannon bullet comes out of, but it's a very small cannon. But hey, you know what? Hey, what I actually hope is that this is not the only, like, release. I hope there's more figures for Bumblebee, and not just of Bumblebee, like, you know, other characters like Shatter and Dropkick. I saw the other figures for Shatter and Dropkick. I just hope that there's a lot more to fill up an entire wave of figures, because I would like to, you know, do Epic Toy Hunting Season 2. I would love that. So I hope they keep this momentum going. I'm just glad that we're getting figures to begin with, but I kind of felt that because, you know, Bumblebee is like a fan favorite, they're gonna throw some figures out there. You know, it's gonna be a thing kind of like that. So, love it, and that is the Studio Series Bumblebee. And in other news, we have a new screenshot from Bumblebee the movie. Thanks to Entertainment Weekly Online, we got a screen cap of the upcoming film Bumblebee the movie. Another one. We also had, like, you know, the first one when they were standing in the field and they were overlooking, you know, I guess the ocean. It doesn't really show what they're overlooking, but they're in the field and you see both of them from behind. Well, there's a new screenshot now, and you see Bumblebee more in depth. There's just a side view. You get to see the components in his neck. Like, it's a more in-depth look at Bumblebee, and he is in that garage, from the garage scene, I assume, from the trailer, and you see Charlie just, like, touching his face. So this is probably, you know, like, right after she's like, "What's your name?" and he looks at her. She continues to touch his face probably after that, and that's probably, you know, a shot from that. Very nice. Love it. Very cute. His face is just, like, so adorable. Love it. There is also another screen cap of him sitting inside of a living room, and you see his knees come all the way up to his chest, like the headlights, and he's just sitting there. That reminds me of the Dark of the Moon scene with Laserbeak when he was, like, in the shape of Bumblebee, and he was like, "Hello, Mom." It was great. It just, like, that's another visual of a Bumblebee robot inside of a living room. So that's cool. That's how small he is. I mean, look at that. In the first movie, he couldn't even fit in the house. Now he's literally just sitting in the living room. I know he's very much smaller. I mean, given the size comparison of the Camaro and the Volkswagen Vito, it makes sense. So that is another screen cap from Empire of Bumblebee. And then there's another screen cap of Shatter and Dropkick. The vehicle modes. You can see that the red Plymouth GTX is in fact Shatter, and then Dropkick is right behind Shatter in this vehicle mode. This is probably a film screen cap of the filming, I'm pretty sure. And then there's another Bumblebee movie poster that was released that says every adventure has a beginning, but instead of the back shot, now you can see them kind of looking at each other. So just from the marketing of all this, you can just tell that this entire movie is going to be centered around the relationship of young Charlie and Bumblebee. You can just tell, this is going to be about them two, this relationship. I don't think it's going to be like what Michael Bay did with The Last Night. You know, we had, like, nothing but marketing of Optimus versus Bumblebee. Every trailer had them fighting. It was just all over TV spots. Like, I mean, that was the main thing. Like, the posters had it. Optimus versus Bumblebee. And then we had only 5 minutes of that in the movie, if that. So, I don't think this is going to replicate that kind of action. It's going to be something that centers around Charlie and Bumblebee. So, in this case, what I'm saying is that the marketing is actually going to fulfill... I mean, the movie's going to fulfill what the marketing promoted. So, that's what I think. And then there's another figure that was revealed, Power Charge Bumblebee. He is pretty cool. You got, like, the spark chamber that can rotate. I actually like this figure. I'm not a big fan of the torso area. I think that could have been done a lot better, but I love the vehicle mode, and It's a lot of different, you know, accessories you can add with it. Like there's one where you can throw the engine piece in there, and then I guess it turns him into stealth mode. It's some type of engine block, and it's the same thing you can get with Optimus for the Optimus semi-truck, the G1 version, so that's interesting. Also, there's a hot rod version, and then there's a dropkick version. So there's all of these images of the Energon Igniter and Power Charge figures for the Bumblebee movie. Good stuff. Really nice stuff. I love it. I'm loving it. And finally, in the news, well, not the last part of the news, but the last thing I'm going to cover in this mini episode, I'll just call it a mini-sode, Transformers Bumblebee movie, Willys Jeep has been revealed. So, this is the same thing that we saw in the trailer. When he jumped down, he landed on this, I'm assuming it's a desert or a beach. And you can see that chest in the, you know, the whole entire, like, robot mode has been changed. And then you see the amazing shot, one of my favorite shots of the trailer, when she's like, "This is why you're here, B." And you can see him with the battle mask. You got the chest looking like the Jeep, looking good. Like, that is actually, to me, my favorite mode of Bumblebee in this movie. Like, I personally wish he would just stay like that the whole movie. Like, the Jeep mode is, like, my favorite. Oh my goodness. I love that. I mean, for some reason, I love that more than the Volkswagen Beetle. I know, you know, the G1 fans, you guys love the Volkswagen Beetle. I love G1 too. Don't think I'm not a fan of G1, because I don't want to see that kind of stuff in the movie. I just want to see something different. And that's what this is. It's different. It looks, I mean, it's not what I would think be Bumblebee. Like, if I saw a yellow Jeep down the road, I don't say, "Hey, Bumblebee." You know, that's usually if I see a Camaro or a Volkswagen. So the fact that this Jeep mode is going to be his alt mode for, I mean, at least a portion of the film, I'm happy, I'm satisfied, I love it. I just wish he would stay like that. But that is something that was revealed. You can see the Jeep mode. Very rusty and very antique looking Jeep. And I think that actual Jeep is up for auction. So they're going to be selling that pretty soon. I mean, I just wrecked Rodimus. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to need another Guardian. I think Optimus Prime needs to send me a Bumblebee, the Willys Jeep. But yeah, it's a very open concept. As you can see, the Jeep, you know, like, there's no doors and then there's no hood. It's not like a convertible either. Like, that's just how it's made. It's an open concept. So that's actually really interesting. They're going to be driving that. It looks like a two-seater, so only two people, but it looks like there's a space in the back between, like, the spare tire and the front seat where you can sit people in the back. I think it's a four-seater, because I can see the cushion on the back part of the Jeep by the spare tire. So I think it is actually a four-seater. It's just the angles of these images are not showing the back seats. But anyway, looks good. I'm so glad that this was revealed, or at least the images released to the public. And I would like to know who wins this auction. Like, that's cool. I like it. So this is the recent developments of Transformers Bumblebee the movie. Let me know what you guys think about these developments in the comment section below. Do you guys like the Jeep mode, or do you guys like the Volkswagen mode better? What do you guys think about the Power Charge figures? Do you like those? And what do you think about these new screen caps that we're going to see? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, drop a like on it. And as always, my name is Alfonso, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.